So today I've got 5 tips for aspiring artists looking to get a job in the video game industry. So whether you just started studying, are right in the middle of it, or finished an art program, these tips might be relevant to you. Hi everyone, I'm Florian. I've been a concept artist in the video game industry since 2017. I also teach art and create free educational content just like this video. I've worked on many cool projects, most of which I can't disclose because of a little document called NDA. So yeah, hopefully in the future I'll get to share more of the work that I've done recently, but for now you'll just have to take a look at my portfolio and see what's in there. Anyway, I've also got a lot of friends in the field, so I think I've gathered enough experience to share some thoughts about how to approach an art career in this industry. And disclaimer here, there are a lot of ways to get a job in this industry, and what I'm about to share is simply my own experience and what I've witnessed over the years. So first tip is curate your portfolio. So your portfolio is the best way to find a job. This is basically your storefront. So it needs to be visible enough and attractive enough to make recruiters want to check it out and contact you. So what you put in there really matters. And what I mean by that is that you'll probably be judged on your worst piece. So you have to be careful with your selection. Ask friends, mentors, and other artists for feedback. And don't get emotional when people suggest that you should get rid of this favorite work you've done like 2 years ago. I've witnessed art students willing to put literally every exercise they did during their art program, and regarding of the quality or the relevance of these pieces in their portfolio. Plus, you are progressing really fast when you are in the early stages of the learning phase, meaning that work that you did 6 months ago could be not relevant anymore today. So what you can do also to build up your portfolio, and I'll probably do a complete video about that in the future, but you can check out other artists that have jobs that you would like to get and look at what they are putting in their own portfolio and simply do the same. But be careful though, don't be fooled by renowned artists that only put personal pieces in their portfolios. If you're famous enough, you can do basically whatever you want. Look for portfolios that have professional projects in them and try to understand the kind of work that's in there and how you can do the same thing. Okay, second tip, find a niche. Basically, there are 3 parameters that you need to understand. What do you want to do first? What are you good at? And third, what does the video game industry needs? So first, what you want to do. This is obviously very important, and here this is obviously the goal. Getting paid for exactly the job you want to do is amazing. Now, the second parameter, what you're good at. You gotta understand the skill level needed for certain tasks, and maybe if you want to do character design for some of the biggest AAA games out there, it's gonna take some time. Okay, so even though this is what you want to do, maybe you gotta have to put that on pause for the earlier stage of your career, and maybe accept to do costume design for a while on NPCs in the game, you know. So this is important. Even though we are aiming for exactly what we want to do, we gotta understand that sometimes it can take time, and we need to focus on our own strength. And third point, what the industry needs. And this is also, of course, very important, because maybe if you want to do character design, which is concept art, creating very sophisticated key art is not gonna be relevant for the job, because this is a different job. This is an illustrator job, and if you want to do that, it's fine. But if you want to do character concept art, this is not relevant. Same goes for environment landscape. If you want to do concept art for environment, for example, I specialize in style arts, colorful concept arts, okay? I need to put pieces in my portfolio that show good design, good lighting, good shapes, and what I don't need to put in my portfolio would be a photo bash of an illustration where there is a little night in the foreground and a castle very far away in the mountain. This I don't need, because it's irrelevant to the industry. Okay, so other example, if you completely disregard of what the industry needs, and you only do things that you're good at and that you want to do, if you are highly skilled, you might still find offers, okay? And I feel that this is still a very important point to make, because I will always encourage artists to do what they want. And even though at the moment it doesn't seem to fit anywhere, maybe in the future it will. And if you become a reference in this specific domain, you will get a job. But it can be much longer and much harder to do so. Now, you still have the option to have a very broad portfolio. And when you're a student, you will most likely have a very broad portfolio at first. And this is okay. Sometimes when you're studying, you are tackling a lot of different subjects at the same time. And this is very important because you need to broaden your horizon when you're in the early stages of learning art. So you're going to do characters, landscape, 3D, technical arts, maybe some UI or VFX. And this can be very important, especially if you're not sure what you want to do just yet, because you might discover disciplines that are just awesome and you want to do that in the future, you know? So when students arrive in art programs and they're sure what they want to do, for example, on a specific topics, like cute characters, okay, that's fine, but you need first to take a look at everything. Try everything, challenge yourself, and then you can specialize and find your own niche. And finding a niche doesn't mean being highly specialized in a domain, okay? For example, if you like independent games, having a broad portfolio is exactly what you need. Because independent game studios are looking for artists that can do everything at the same time, because they don't have the same kind of budget as big companies, you know? So by all means, if this is what you want to do, go for it. However, be mindful that having a broad portfolio doesn't mean to have a directionless portfolio, okay? You still have to find your own voice inside it. So you can show recruiters that you can create a complete world that could be implemented in a game, from characters to environment and UI. However, if you are looking to get into high-end jobs in very big game companies, you have to specialize. Because those big game companies have a lot of budget for their big games, of course, and they are looking for highly specialized artists in every different field of the production. Third tip, and this one is not really a fun one, but use social media. So we have ArtStation, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok even, why not, whatever. But when you are an artist and you are trying to get a visibility, you can imagine yourself as a little company. And getting visibility is important for your little company, okay? So if you have a beautiful storefront, but it's hidden and nobody knows it exists, it's gonna be tough to get job offers. So using social media can be tedious. And I understand many people might find this repelling. Sometimes myself, I just get away for a while because it can be overwhelming. However, here's how it works for me. So ArtStation is where recruiters are looking for artists, at least in the game industry, because the website was made for them, okay? So what happens when recruiters are looking for artists? It goes on ArtStation and open like 30 tabs of different artists. The layout is the same, the information they're looking for are always at the same place, navigation is very simple, identical for everyone, so this is perfect for them. So in my opinion, ArtStation is like the main hub for your portfolio, because this is where recruiters will be, like we said, and all the other social media are satellites that can help you get more traction. So what I suggest is to keep growing your portfolio, post on social media in order to grow your profile, okay? To grow your brand, because the next time a recruiter is looking for an artist on ArtStation, he needs to find your profile. So you're kind of in a competition with other artists to be higher up in the search results. And this can be hard and frustrating and long. That's why you need to start right now. My first post on ArtStation was 8 years ago. Don't get discouraged. What you can do also is engage on social media, comment on other people's work, provide value to them, or constructive criticism. And this brings me to the 4 tips: participate in the art community. And if you're struggling with social media and getting visibility, this can be very relevant to you. For example, participating in art challenges can boost your career a lot, and I mean it. I've lived it, I've witnessed it. For example, I participated in an ArtStation challenge when it was the Ancient Civilization theme. And I went in early and I got a lot of visibility from it, and I got 2 job offers out of it. This got me enough visibility because I had a very discreet profile at the time. But hard challenges can bring discreet profile much higher in the search results. This completely shifted my career, and this happened for a lot of friends also. I suggest that to all of my students to participate in our challenges because, well, if you have to create more pieces for your portfolio, well, why not make it part of a challenge, you know? During the challenge, you can engage with other people, provide value to other people, show your work process, share your thoughts. This is very valuable for everyone. And this also brings me to a very important point, is to create or join your own art community. So for example, we created an art community with a bunch of friends from art school, and we invited different people over the years. If we get job offers, for example, that we cannot take, we offer them to other members. And participating in this kind of community can grow your career really fast. The fifth and last tip for this video is strategize how you want to spend your time. In my opinion, what you should spend your time on if you are at the beginning of your art career is exactly the 4 points that we just discussed. You want to keep building your portfolio, you want to find your niche, you want to use social media to get more visibility, and you want to get involved and participate in the art community. If you want to be a concept artist or an illustrator, one obvious path is to be a freelancer, and the ultimate goal would be to get your mailbox full enough of meaningful offers so you can choose the better project and get better rates. My point is that I see many people that are willing to get in this industry and they don't yet have those two fundamentals, which are having a meaningful portfolio and enough visibility. And they are spending their energy reaching out to game companies, creating resumes, making letters, and it takes a lot of time. And I'm gonna be super real here, but I've never got a job where I applied for it. Every relevant project that I had so far were recruiters reaching out to me. And this is exactly the place that you want to be in. Because people are scared of being freelance, and I understand because there's a lot of uncertainty in being a freelance. But if you build those fundamentals early on and play the long game, at some point you will reach the goal of having the possibility to choose your project and fix your rates and do exactly what you want to do. Keep learning, curate your portfolio, find your niche, get a lot of visibility using social media, participate in the art community, build your community, participate in challenges, and at some point you will get enough traction in order for recruiters to directly message you. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know this one was a little bit pragmatic and very focused on hard career, but I thought it could be very relevant. Also, if you want to support this kind of free educational content, just like this tutorial here, you can leave a like and subscribe, and of course share the video around you. It would be super helpful to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.